I think you have to get to the place where you're no longer focused just on yourself. And the things that you really want for yourself, you begin to say, how can I want them more for someone else than I want them for me? And that's God realization. One of the things that happens when you move away from ego is that you move from a sense of entitlement to a sense of humility. You realize you're entitled to nothing. That's just the ego speaking. So the fundamental truth is that you must be like what you came from. If you came from divinity, you must be divine. If you hold your hands up and say, these are the hands of God, then what does God do with his hands? God is just giving. That's all God knows how to do.
Hi.
Oh, how are you this morning?
Better than yesterday.
That's a good way to be. Not better than anybody else, just better than you used to be.
Hey, I was wondering, is there a place around here where I could actually buy some flowers? I wanted to bring some back for my wife.
I can let you have some of these if you want.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, they're not fancy like you get in a flower shop. They're just indigenous roses. A little more rustic.
I think my wife might actually like that.
Hey, now, wait, let me help you. Cut just above the leafy part there, and above the leafy part, and try to do it on an angle. Hey, there you go. Good.
Can you tell I've never done this before?
Not much of a gardener?
No. I usually pay people to do my gardening. People who actually know what they're doing, like you.
Yeah, well, I get a lot of satisfaction out of it.
I've never really seen the value in flowers, I guess.
Don't you ever send your wife flowers?
No. Oh, that sounds bad.
It's a new day.
Yes, it is.
You know, there are over 200 species under the genus Rosa. And there's a rose database that has, I think it was over 6,000 variations of roses. Seems almost excessive. Here.
Thank you very much. Can I give you a tip?
No, thank you.
You sure?
It's okay.
Well, I'll be sure to tell the owner of this place what a great staff he has.
You just did.
You? You're the owner.
No, I really am.
I apologize. I thought you were just the gardener.
That's an easy mistake to make.
I saw you watering the plants.
Plants need to be watered.
Yes, they do. Thanks again. Could I ask you a favor?
Yeah, sure.
I'm here for a board meeting.
Yeah, I know. You were at the House of Promise, right?
Yes, and I've got to give this to the executive director, but I don't know what room she's in.
Oh, I can find it.
Well, actually, could you give it to her for me?
Yeah, sure. Is it important?
No, it's just some papers.
Okay, yeah.
And if you could give it to her this afternoon, after I've left.
Yeah, I can do that.
Appreciate it.
So you shift your thoughts from what can I get to how can I offer, how may I serve? If your attention is off yourself and about giving, the universe will respond by giving back to you. The universe will say, how may I serve you? But you have to be in a place of service yourself. That's when the transition is complete, when you move into that place that is without ego.
Hey there.
Hi.
Missed you yesterday. Had a great game.
Yeah, got stuck in town.
Yeah, I understand. Things come up.
Yes, they do. How'd the meeting go?
Nothing changed. They still need the money. But once they get the money, we'll see who gets the contract. See you in the city.
All right, see you.
Not so fast. Don't tilt it. No, we don't want to crush the flowers. That's very good. Oh, I'm telling you, you don't want to know how much these flowers cost. You know, it's the same florist the mayor uses. Now, oh, be careful, please. Thank you.
How about the name Rose if it's a girl?
As we move into the meaning phase of life, it's not as if you no longer are ambitious. It's that you have ambition with meaning. You're ambitious about other things. So now your ambition is transformed into purpose, and you have to learn to become the observer and to step back. You begin to live in process, trusting where your source is taking you. You begin to detach from the outcome, and that detachment allows you to no longer be fighting. It allows things to just come to you, and you're no longer being the person who's making things happen. You're allowing them to show up. The fight is gone. So I get asked over and over again, is there a purpose to the ego? And my reaction to that is it's just not worth defending. The ego is the thing that is the false self. And when you're defending it, you're defending an illusion. You're defending something that really isn't who you are. Your authentic self is way beyond the ego. Every one of us knows that we came here with music to play. And yet we have a tendency to believe that we are separate entities and that we have to fit in, and that's our role in life. And none of that is true. The shift can happen in many ways. It can be just a comet. It can be a coincidence that occurs, a particular event that you weren't expecting. It can be anything at all. But the result is always the same. You begin to realize that you're not here to push life, to make it a struggle all the time. You're here to enjoy and to be living in peace. That's what happens when you're in the afternoon of your life.
I was just thinking about all the things I have to do to pack us up to leave.
Oh, yeah?
I'm like a walking to-do list. I think 90% of my day is spent managing everyone else's life and all their problems.
Uh-oh. You are very appreciated.
It's not what I mean. I love taking care of you and the boys. I do. I love my family, but...
But?
When I paint, I go somewhere. I feel connected. I feel blessed.
And you're good at it.
I miss it so much. On the hike yesterday, Jack told me that I don't paint. I realize that my own children have no idea who I am. They don't even know what I do.
So do it.
Really?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you. I want to stay here.
What?
Just for a week. Right now, just this next week.
What, you think I'm gonna leave you here all alone?
Jason, every cell in my body wants to stay here just a little bit longer. Just...
I'm hearing you, but I have no idea what you're saying.
I need to reorient myself. I need to find my way back, and I need solitude to do it.
Quinn, you're a mother of 2 small children. You don't get solitude.
Jason, you have to know I love you. And I love the kids, and I am still us, but I am more than this.
Okay. There's just one problem. See, I don't know how to do what you do.
You'll be great. It's just for a week. You'll survive.
And then we go back to normal.
I don't know about that.
Oh, you're good at this. Oh, that's not fair.
You know what you're gonna get good at?
What?
Laundry. I see lots of laundry in your future.
That's great. That's great.
If you want to see the doors open in your life, you detach yourself